Hi, welcome to Beyond the Clinic, a place for you to grow as a physical therapist clinician, as a new grad, as a veteran, to grow just beyond just the clinical skills. So today I want to talk about establishing a map for success as a PT student, or pre-PT. And what I want to talk about are the three things you need for success in any of these areas. They can be universally applicable, and that's one of the points. It should be evergreen advice. Who am I? I'm a physical therapist of 4 years. Currently, I work in home health, but before I was running a mobile practice, and before that, I was managing an outpatient clinic, and I was trying to be the best clinician possible for my patients. And we should always be trying to do that. But I've noticed that several people that are great within the profession, classmates, past mentors, current mentors, they've kind of left the profession for several reasons. They transitioned into something new, which is what I hope for you, or to really blossom what you aim to do as a therapist. But moreover, I've seen clinicians get bored, get exhausted, or jaded, and it's not hard to see why. Whenever you jump on a Facebook forum or Reddit or just talk to anybody, it seems like the state of physical therapy seems to always be in a bad place. There are arguments, and I'm not going to go into talk about all of that today, but just to mention a few, you have didactic arguments about what's the best thing for pain, corrective exercise or manual therapy or PNE, and there could be a lot of correct answers, but we're not here to debate that. We're here to try to unify the profession and push our clinicians to grow and to love what they do. And there's been debates, time old debate between physical therapy and chiropractic, or personal training or massage. And I've seen some horrible YouTube videos out there, just slamming PT, slamming chiropractic, and I'm sick of it, because again, we're here for our patients. We're not here to argue amongst each other. You can argue amongst each other like never. Just do things to make your patients get better. And we hear things like this year's Medicare cuts, and I've heard things like, oh, the APTA has not done enough to slow down the Medicare cuts. They have been claiming that a drop in the cut and reimbursement is a victory. I've heard complaints about PT mills and this and that. And yes, there are problems. The inherent problem that I see is that right now it is tough to be working one to one as a clinician and making a living. For example, I am a recent father, and I'm working home health stints. I get home late, and it's hard for me to help sustain things at home and for my patients, and I'm tired every day. So I want to jump on here right now to let you know that I'm in the grind too, but I don't plan on constantly grinding if I don't enjoy it, if I don't love it, if it doesn't invigorate me. You have to pay the bills, but you can choose what you do to get to a point where you can pay the bills effectively and not feel burned out. I'm here to open your eyes to what is possible, because I haven't achieved everything there is to achieve. I haven't achieved everything that I want to, but I am in the process of doing that now. I'm here talking to you. And why do I do this? PT school cost me six figures in tuition. And that's the same in many cases here. I'm fortunate to have had a lot of help with that. But I know a lot of people that are in a lot of debt. And the reimbursement's not great. Let's face it. There are very few cases where you get good reimbursement. So you do not have to accept the status quo. And what else? It is time to craft a profession where the best in the field are not quitting because it wasn't what they thought. It's always growing, but you can't get complacent. You always have to grow, and you can't just quit on it. So we need you. I need you. Your patients need you. But it truly goes beyond the clinic. It goes beyond learning OASIS documentation, how to supervise aides, whether or not it's ethical to supervise aides, POPs, that's physician-owned physical therapy practices, APTA advocacy, research. They're all part of the process. They're all really important to know and have some thoughts on. But right now, for you, your experience and potential can be used to do what truly speaks to you and to serve others. Do you like teaching or tutoring? Do you like offering wellness services and use that as an avenue to promote good health in others? I know that was me. I also do like teaching and mentoring. Do you want to become someone in management? Do you want to do like just treat sports cases? Do you want to just do neuro? You can excel in those areas and not feel trapped, but it all starts at the mindset, and it also starts knowing that you're enough. Do you ever get imposter syndrome? Everybody does. I do, and the best of clinicians do, but you know enough, and I hope that this channel here is going to help remind you of that and unlock that potential. You can do more, you can earn more, and if you're in debt, you can get out of debt. You can succeed at all your outcomes with your patients without being at the mercy of insurance companies, if that's what you aim to do. But before we get into all of that, before you can serve those you want to, you have to be in the right place yourself. And this is the crux of what I want to talk about. And I want you to write this down. MAP. M-A-P. A map to success. MAP. M, mindset. What is your mindset? What do you want? What is the long-term future? What do you want the most that is going to take precedent over what you want right now? Is it just to retire? Is it to make a lot of money? Okay, there are a lot of avenues there. But do you want to have an impact? Do you want to prevent surgeries? Do you want to put the profession in a better place than you found it? Do you want to improve the APTA standings? What do you want? It doesn't have to be the only thing, but it has to be what you want the most. And that can change over time, but you need to get clear on that right now. And you also, with that mindset, you have to know that it's possible. There are a lot of things that might trip us up. Most often, and this applies to literally anything, whether it's passing the NPTE, getting out of debt, passing any of your classes, getting into PT school, and I'm sure you've encountered failure or some sort of obstacles at some point. It is possible to overcome this. It is possible without giving up everything. But you have to start by telling yourself that. There is an infinite abundance of source energy, as Jen Sincero of Your Badass would say. And basically what that means is if you ask the universe will give it to you. But you got to want it. You have to know what you want, and you have to want it badly. So that starts with mindset. If you shoot yourself in the foot right away, it's never going to happen. So you have to start positive affirmations, and you can do little by little, but keep building yourself up. So that's M. What's the A in MAP? A is for avatar. Know your why. Know your who. For example, a lot of folks, myself, I got into physical therapy because I was, prior to PT school, I was big on health. I took a phi-sci class at UCLA, which inspired me and quite frankly frightened me to promoting good, healthy lifestyles, good eating, good exercise habits to prevent long-term illness that stems from being sedentary, that stems from junk food, that stems from alcoholism, that stems from things that you can prevent yourself. And that's who I initially came into the field to help. That has evolved over the time of being in PT school, but largely that's still something that I want to make an impact on. But in the meantime, my journey has also informed me that there are a lot of people that are struggling, that are leaving, and because they've lost passion. So find out who you want to serve and make that your passion, because I know it's there. You don't have to give up on it. So that's M, that's A, and then what's the P in MAP? P is for personal integrity. If you have that mindset and you know who you want to serve, now you have to do the things that add up to serve them. It's not going to happen overnight. I was watching a clip from the movie The Way Back. It's a movie about a high school basketball coach, and the team is down by a lot. And Ben Affleck, the coach, says, "We're not going to win it in one possession. You got to do all the little things. You got to play like you got a chip on your shoulder, and that's what you got to do. You can't walk around being entitled, but you need to do every little thing. You got to hustle and move now. I'm not talking about working, 20-hour days or 16-hour days. But I'm talking about putting in the time, putting in the work, and doing it every day. If it could just mean getting through the week, it could just mean getting to bed early. It could just mean eating right and exercising. Believe me, if those habits that dictate your personal life aren't in line, how can you expect to be of service to others? And we fall off the wagon from time to time, myself included, but use that as your North Star, use that as your compass, and exercise that personal integrity. Do what you say you're going to do when you say you're going to do it, especially when no one else is watching. By the way, PT school doesn't teach any of this. There are a lot of great people that do, but PT school teaches you how to pass the MPTE, how to get into the profession. And that's their job, but I'm sure many of you didn't realize this. So this is where I think this message is universally aligned with anyone who wants to make it as a long-time clinician or mentor or somebody who's still within the field of healthcare and physical therapy. You have to start with MAP, Mindset, Avatar, Personal Integrity. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, comments, post below, and please hit that subscribe button and share with anyone you know who might benefit from this.